It's Wednesday, which means it's time for a first look. Well, except this week, it's actually a look back. Back in time, that is, at the history of the currency that fuels this remote archipelago in the Arctic Circle, which has a surprising amount in common with the cryptocurrencies we know today. So, where are we? We're at the northernmost settlement in the world, way up in the Arctic Circle. This is Longyearbyen, the capital of Svalbard. It's the Norwegian archipelago located between mainland Norway and the North Pole. The pole is basically about an hour's plane ride that way. Now, as of today, the three top industries in Svalbard are research, tourism, and coal mining.
It was a mining community with no airport. The fjord was isolated basically from November till April. Everything that had to be brought up here had to be brought up by boat at the latest in October, and the first boat would come in May.
Throughout much of the 20th century, American, British, Norwegian, Soviet, and Swedish companies occupied the coal mining industry in Svalbard. So you have this rich mixture of nationalities bundled together in this remote landscape.
It was a very closed community run by the company. It was a company town, and it was the Store Norske Coal Company that basically ran the town. Although under Norwegian jurisdiction and the governor was here, it was the company that controlled it all.
It is a truly isolated part of the world, so Svalbardians had to get creative to establish a self-sustaining economy since they couldn't depend on imports. They created an entire financial ecosystem backed by, yes, mining. A system that seems oddly reminiscent of crypto mining, and we'll take a closer look right after these messages from our sponsors.
Scam wicks, insider order books, cascading liquidations. Suffer these compromises no longer when trading crypto futures. Enter GMX, a futures and swaps dex with low swap fees and zero price impact trades. Aggregated high-quality price feeds provide fair liquidations and pricing. GMX is available on Arbitrum and now Avalanche. Trade BTC, ETH, AvaX, and more securely from your wallet with up to 30 times leverage. GMX is mobile and desktop native, including limit orders and stop losses. Visit gmx.io today to start trading, learn about high-yield opportunities, and discover the Blueberry community. Future is the new frontier of crypto investments. It's a DeFi platform that creates crypto indices and automatically manages the assets so investors like you don't have to. So what's the problem then? Well, investing in crypto can be daunting. Having to track multiple assets, timing the volatility, navigating gas costs can make it very difficult to make the right bet. But if you believe the wide crypto space or a specific sector is going to grow in 5 years' time and don't want to place your money in just a few assets, Future is the right investment for you. Future's first indices are launching in a few weeks. Very soon you'll be able to invest directly through Future or buy your favorite dexes. Subscribe to and be one of the first to get access to the Future indices. Step Finance is the front page of Solana. Crypto moves fast with hundreds of applications and new things launching daily. Keeping track of it all is a full-time job. Step brings everything into one easy-to-use dashboard. Step's portfolio management dashboard enables Solana users to visualize, analyze, execute, and aggregate transactions across all Solana contracts at the click of a button. Step is built by DeFi degenerates for DeFi degenerates. Get started today by visiting step.finance and connect your wallet today.
This is Svalbardian money, the notes issued by Norwegian and foreign mining companies in the period 1906 to around 1978, and it remained in circulation until 1980. The mining communities would be isolated for large parts of the year, but they always needed money for paying wages, buying and selling groceries, basically to subsist. And this unique currency was only accepted in the local communities here on Svalbard. But what makes it particularly interesting is that it was completely independent of both the central bank and the commercial banks.
All the different mining companies that operated here had their own money or notes. In Norwegian, they're not denoted as money, but in their notes. The trading in town was done by these notes, and each company issued their own. And then they had to trade them in for real money or Norwegian currency.
Ow. To earn Svalbard money, you had to work. You had to mine for it. Not Bitcoin, but coal. And when they talk about money here, they like to say there was an unambiguous relationship between money and work, that Svalbard money had an invisible watermark, one of work and toil, production and value creation. Yeah, Svalbard money relied on proof of work.
People earned it mostly by working in the mines or related to that. Of course, mining is very labor intensive, so you need people around selling beer. You have to get food. You have to have housing. So it was earned mostly by mining. The Artic Coal Company, they actually call it the Island Creek Store Company, because they operated. It was the first company that operated here in Longyear City was founded in Boston, because it was an American, William Longyear, who established it and then sold it to Norwegians in 1916. So this is the payable only merchandise, and it's of course also part of it is about keeping you control the entire economy.
And here's the funny thing, it will probably come as no surprise at all that Svalbard money has now been rebooted as, yes, you guessed it, NFTs, which you can acquire on OpenSea, or you can earn coal by doing actual work for the Svalbard Money Project and redeem it for the NFTs. Now it's worth noting, these are not legal tender, of course. In many ways, the communities that spring up around cryptocurrencies and PFPs resemble this old Svalbard ecosystem, but in a digital form. The difference though, life up here was tough. The work was hard and physical. Svalbard money fell victim to modernization the way most things do, but it's genuinely fascinating to see how the story of crypto, of decentralized value creation, is really much, much older than we ever give it credit for. That's it for today. Our big weekly film on the Arctic NFT archive will be out next week. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't done already, and I will see you on the next one. Peace! Man, it's cold out here.